Spooky Haunts here, and I'm here with an unboxing video here today on my spooky channel here on YouTube. And I am super excited to do this video here today because I am going to be showing you the Universal Monsters Care Bear collection. That's right, Universal Monsters Care Bear series. I did not know anything about this until like 2 weeks ago, until I was in GameStop and I actually saw one of them. And then I ended up leaving, not getting it. And then I ended up coming back a week later and shockingly it was still there. And I managed to pick it up, and another one as well. So if you guys know, there are 5 Universal Monster Care Bears in the series, all from the Universal Monsters series. So you have Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I didn't know that they were doing something like this, and usually all my horror and spooky stuff, I'm always up to date on it. But for some reason, I did not know anything about it. And then I figured if I was going to get one, since I'm a spooky fan, I might as well just get all of them at some point. So I bought 2 of them in the store, and I also bought the other 3 on Amazon as well. So we are going to unbox the ones in the box first, and then we'll get to these in the bag. Now, no, I did not get these from Hot Topic. These are just the bags that I put them in. I purchased these from a GameStop. I just didn't have a bag to put it in. But let's start off with the Amazon one. I actually ordered this after I got the other 2, so I knew for sure that I was going to get a full set of them. Now, they're not that expensive. They're like 9 or 10. They're like about $8 or $9, around 10 or 11, around that area. But 2 of these were actually on sale, so they were like $3 off. So they're really not that expensive. They're not like they're $20 each. They're like 12 or 14. But one of them here, I got a really good deal on it. And I actually got 1 or 2 that were like $3 or $4 cheaper. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the Universal Monsters Care Bear collection. So it looks like they packaged these really, really well inside the bag, in the box as expected. So Amazon did a great job on the packaging of these. Yeah, they really did. They actually put like cardboard on the bottom. So they did a really good job. So I'm actually going to unbox all of them, and I'll tell you which one is going to be my favorite one out of all of them. And hopefully over time, they get to do more Care Bear versions maybe this year. Hopefully we'll get new ones as well. All right, so I have 3 of them in here. I'm actually going to start off with this one. So this one, put the box to the side, is the Bride of Frankenstein Care Bears. So as you can see, it's in this package here, so we're going to unbox it. Now, they are kind of small in person. I actually thought that they were a lot bigger when I first saw it, but I guess I just saw it so quickly that I didn't really get to really take a look at it. But these are actually kind of small. They're about, I would say, 6 to 7 inches, so about that tall, which is kind of good in a way because if they were bigger, it would have taken up more room. So the fact that they're small is kind of cool. All right, so this is the Universal Monsters Bride of Frankenstein. So here's this one, and then you get your Care Bear plus Universal Monsters tag, which is cool. And then on the back of the tag, it actually shows you all of them in the series. So you do get the Mummy, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein that we have here, Dracula, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. So see if you guys could see that right there. So there's 5 in total. And I really like this. We're going to take a look at the detail on all of them. So this one is the Bride of Frankenstein. Now, no, the Bride of Frankenstein is not pink, but they made it as a pink version of it. But I do like what they did with the hair. That is just perfect. They just did a nice touch like the Bride of Frankenstein since she has the hair as expected. And then over here, you do have her stomach as it's got like this rainbow print on it. Now, they're Care Bears, so they're going to have that. And then they also have the dress that she wears. So the detail looks pretty good so far. And then she's got like these striped mummy shoulders for the long sleeves as expected. So this is pretty detailed. I will definitely say it looks a lot nicer in person. My only complaint that I feel like they should have done with this one, since the Bride of Frankenstein had an all-white face, they should have made this one white. I feel like it would have been a little bit better, and it would have blended in a lot better with the Bride of Frankenstein look, but that's just my honest opinion. But I guess they just wanted to do a pink one of this one because it is a cheer bear, but the Bride of Frankenstein. But that's just my honest opinion. I feel like they should have went with a white version of this instead. It just would have blended in better with the Bride of Frankenstein. But this one actually looks pretty good. So I will say, so this one I got off Amazon. I was not able to find this one in the store. That's why I ended up just ordering these on Amazon. And Amazon actually did have all of them in stock. But since I saw those two in the store, I just wanted to get the rest of the three on Amazon. So there's the Bride of Frankenstein. Very, very cute. These are Care Bears, so they're going to be cute. And now the next one I'm going to get to is the Creature from the Black Lagoon. This one looks kind of interesting. This is based on the movie from the Universal Monsters. Obviously, this is a Universal Monsters collection. So here is the Creature from the Black Lagoon. This one looks really, really detailed, I must say. So just as expected, if you ever seen the Creature from the Black Lagoon, you do get like that scaly look as expected. So it's an all green character. And they did a phenomenal job with this one. There's really not much all there is to it, but it is the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I really do like this one too. I like what they did there. They added some detail on the face, just like you would expect from the Creature from the Black Lagoon. So they did and it's smiling there. So that looks really, really cool. So that's the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, no really complaints on this one. I think they kind of nailed it spot on. So they kind of gave it the Creature from the Black Lagoon look and also gave it like a nice happy face too. So I like that. So that's the Creature from the Black Lagoon. It actually does look a lot nicer in person than I expected. And then last but not least for the Amazon order, I have Count Dracula, or should I say Vampire. This one I'm actually super excited about because I actually ended up seeing this one online and I'm like, I definitely want to get this one. And I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to get one or two of them in the series. I actually thought I was probably just going to get one or two and then just forget the rest. But then I figured I might as well just get all of them since they do come in a set. So let's take a look at Dracula. All right, so here's the Dracula one. And I already off the bat, I kind of like this one the most so far. It's got the red heart in the middle. And then I like what they did here. They kind of gave it like an angry face, like a smiley, but an angry face. And you can see there is the teeth of Dracula as expected. And then you got these two bats on the side, if you guys could see. And then what I also like about this one as well is they added full detail to the cape. So this is not a stitched on cape. It actually does expand. So you could actually go under it and you could see that it's not stitched on there. So it looks like it is removable, but they really did a great job with this one. I really think they did. And I was pressing the button thinking that it actually talks, but there's just beans on the bottom. But I really like this one the best so far. Once I saw this one, I definitely had to get my hands on it because I love Dracula, but this one is really, really detailed from the Universal Monsters. I like this part the most. Like I said, with the bats, and then you have the fangs as in Dracula. And I especially love the Dracula cape. It's just really, really cute. I love what they did with this one. So far, that's my favorite. All right, so we're done with that. Now we're going to get to the final two, and that's the ones in here. So these were the ones that I got from GameStop. And they only had two of these in the store. I didn't see it the last time. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I ended up seeing it from in the store. So let me actually pull out the receipt. So this is the receipt. So in total, I actually paid $15 for both of them, even though one of them was $14, but I had a bunch of GameStop points because I never shop there anymore. So I just ended up just using the points. So I ended up getting it for like $14 for both, which if I got both, it would have been like close to 30. So pretty good deal. So let's take a look at the ones that I got in the store. So let's take a look at the Mummy one. Now this one's a little bit different in the store because you do have these little like these little boxes that came with it, as into the ones I got from Amazon. They just come like that. Not really much of a big deal. I just think the packaging is a little bit different from the GameStop ones. I mean, they're just sitting down basically in a box, as in these. They're just basically just the plushies itself, but they're still the same exact size. They just look smaller because they're sitting down. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna open this and cut this, not on the video, but later. But yeah, I'm not going to hold on to this box. I mean, I'll keep it, but I'm not going to leave them in here. But yeah, this is the Mummy one, and this one looks really, really cool. It looks like he's kind of tired there on his eyes, and it's all blue, and then you got the Mummy outfit as expected. And then you got the little hair, which is a nice touch up there. So they did go with that. But yeah, I really like the Mummy one. I think they did a good job with it. It's very simple, and it looks really, really cool. I like how they did the Mummy all the way around instead of adding the blue back to it. So I really have no complaints about this one, but I ended up finding this in the store. It was in the back of the Frankenstein one. And I'm like, I might as well just get two while I'm here. So that is the Mummy. And last but not least, you can't have the Bride of Frankenstein without actual Frankenstein himself. So let's take a look at the Frankenstein one, which this was the first one that I actually ended up seeing. So here, this one also has the base as well. And I love the Frankenstein one. This one really caught my mind the first time I saw it. I'm like, I definitely have to get it. And I love Frankenstein, as you guys know. He is my favorite Universal Monsters character. Monster. And I really love this one. He's got like that mad Frankenstein face as expected. So you got the stitching on the side. And then his hair looks really cool. And I really love this one. The only thing that I wish they could have done with it was they could have made the hair kind of come out instead of having it stitched on. But that's not really a big deal. That's just a minor complaint. But other than that, I think the Frankenstein might actually have to be my favorite one. And like I said, I ended up seeing this one, and then I wanted to come back for it, but then I wasn't sure if they had it again. And then it was actually still in the same section as I saw from the last time I saw it. So it looks like no one actually bought this. It was either that or I was going to actually buy them all on Amazon. But I actually ended up finding this one in the store, and it was in the same spot as the other, same spot as I saw it. So there's a Frankenstein one, and I really like, and then you got the cloud with the lightning, just like the bolts. And I do like what they did with the bolts there. I like how they added that as well as expected with the Frankenstein one. So yeah, so these are the only two inside the boxes, obviously. And then these just came like this from Amazon, which, like I said, they're just smaller because they're sitting down. But if I had to choose my favorite one out of all 5 of these, I mean, these are all really, really nice. I think they did a fantastic job with the Universal Monsters lineup. Hoping to see more down the road, maybe. Maybe they could do more of these. Not the Universal Monsters ones, since they've done all of them. But maybe they could do Nightmare Before Christmas ones. Maybe just other monster ones as well. Hope to see it down the road. But if I had to choose my favorite one, I'll go from least to my favorite. So my least favorite one, I will say, would be, in my honest opinion, would be the Bride of Frankenstein. This would be my least favorite because, like I said, I would have liked it better if they went with a white face as she is as Bride of Frankenstein instead of going with the pink. I feel like the pink kind of throws me off a little bit. But I do like the outfit, but this is my least favorite one, so I'll put her to the side. My second favorite one, I would have to say, would be the Mummy. I mean, this one is just plain and simple. This is my fourth favorite one. It's pretty cool. It's just very simple. So there's that one. And then my third favorite one, I would have to say Creature from the Black Lagoon, which I'm kind of shocked. I thought this one would be my last favorite, but I actually thought they did a pretty good job with this one in person. So I'm going to have to pick this one as my number 3 favorite. And then now it's between the Vampire and Frankenstein, and I'm honestly going to have to say this is a hard one because I like both of these so much. And even with the Frankenstein one, they kind of went with the outfit kind of detached to it as well. So both of these are really detailed. I would have to probably say my second favorite would be Dracula. I really love what they did with this one. I mean, if I had to choose both of these as my favorite, it would definitely be this one too. I am actually gonna take the tags off too over time. I do plan on taking the tags off. I am gonna keep the tags. But I do want to take these off too as well because I feel like they do get in the way. And I'm not going to put them on my shelf or anything. I'm just going to display them all on my bed. So I am going to take this off. But this is my second favorite. I'm really happy with the Dracula one. Really, honestly, I really do love this one. And then my favorite one, obviously from the start, is Frankenstein himself. This one is my favorite one. This was the first one that I saw and I really wanted to get it. But this is my favorite one out of all of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the Universal Monsters Care Bears. Post in the comment section below what you thought about the video. If you guys have picked them up as well, what's your favorite one out of all of them? And two, if you do want to get them, you can get them off Amazon. Just type in Universal Monsters Care Bears, and all of them should be available to purchase. But yeah, I am looking forward to see all of these maybe make a comeback this year during spooky season. Hopefully we get to see a comeback of the spooky Universal Monsters, or maybe just ones down the road. Hopefully, because these are really good, and hopefully we get to see new ones down the road this spooky season. Maybe we will. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my Spooky Haunts channel here on YouTube. And I will be back on the next one. Always, and remember, always stay spooky. Care Bears Spooky Edition. Thanks for watching.